the group, but let's just start there. All right, you guys, welcome to our call. We are going to do these every week during this push group, and we really encourage you to get on them, because everybody on this call who is leading this went through in a group exactly like this. And I'm telling you, like, doing the daily behaviors, doing the calls is where it's at, you guys. We can't expect just to join a group and hit diamond, right? We are actually giving you the daily assignments that print out. I'm doing the printout myself. I'm doing the diamond daily myself. I have a binder of 30 of them that I printed off, and I'm doing them, and I am pushing to I personally, as a coach, aim to go diamond like every 2 months. So that means that within a 2-month span of time, I add at least 8 coaches, and I have 2 of those coaches that go emerald, okay? So I do that myself, and so that's what we're pushing you to do. We're pushing you to do it a little bit faster. Maybe you not even faster than that. You came into this group with 4 coaches at least. That means you just need 4 more and 2 of those people to go emerald, right? So aim in this group to add at least 2 coaches to your organization every single week. And you can do that. If you're hitting Success Club, if you've been hitting Success Club, if you're running Rockin' Challenge groups, then you have people who either want to become a coach for the discount, or they are watching you and enjoying the group and killing it, and you can start to mentor them to actually begin coaching themselves. Here, I want to share with you something that I do in my challenge groups that I've started to do more and more, is to create those coach-like behaviors within your challenge groups, within your challengers. So for me personally, I talk about coaching publicly. I talk about it in my stories, in my posts. I make at least 1 public coaching post call to action every single week, sometimes more, but I'm doing it almost on a daily basis. Like, I alternate my stories with inviting to challenge groups and inviting to coaching. So we are really teaching you guys to always be inviting to coaching, all right? But if you're running challenge groups, if you're hitting Success Club, then you already have a pool of people that are your potential coaches. You don't even have to go looking for more people necessarily, although we encourage you to. But if you're running challenge groups where your challengers are engaged and you're using the resources that you have to help them get results in their health and fitness, you're priming those people to become your future team members, all right? So some tips from me personally about what I do to encourage people to be coaches that are already in my organization as challengers is in Facebook. We use Facebook stories in our challenge group. I have them log their workouts and their Shakeology in our stories, because that's what we're doing every single day as coaches, aren't we? We're showing people the proof of the products. And if they start doing that in their private group, then they're going to be a lot more likely to feel like they're capable of doing that and sharing it publicly. I also have them talk about our challenge groups publicly and tag me in it. Sometimes they do like a Flex Friday or What I Ate Wednesday, and I give them the things to do to start sharing about what they're doing in their health and fitness even before they become a coach, all right? So that whenever I say, hey girl, you would make an awesome coach. You were killing it in our challenge group. You're so inspiring. You check in every day, or you're consistent in your workouts. Like, have you ever thought about doing what I do and inviting 2 or 3 people to our next boot camp? That is a very simple way to add people into your organization as coaches every single week. And so really and truly, that's how I hit emerald every week. Like, I'm just inviting the people that have already said yes to health and fitness to be a coach, either for the discount or to learn more about the opportunity. And I always encourage them, even if they sign up as a coach for the discount, hey, I know 2 or 3 people that are watching you and seeing what you're doing. Just invite them to our next challenge group, all right? So that's kind of my personal strategy for bringing people into the business, for hitting emerald every week, and for just getting coaches in my organization. So I'll turn it over to somebody else if they want to talk about it really quickly. Somebody raise a hand.
We just want to talk about how we get emeralds quickly, how we bring in coaches. Okay, so I am very much like, I don't hold back on the discount. Like, of course, I'm talking about, hey, there's a possibility here to help build a business and help your friends and family. But at the same time, people like to save money. So if you've got a customer that is loving Shakeology, like, every month. That's why it's so important to hit Success Club, so that you build this foundation of raving customers that just build your groups and everybody gets great results and you have this community, but also so that you can convert them to discount coaches and help plug those holes, and help build that business, right? So never hold back on the discount. Don't discount coaches, because they really serve a big purpose in your business. So that's why I always tell my coaches to shoot for the stars as far as Success Club points. Like, bring in a large amount of people, more people. It's a numbers game, right? So like, the more people you bring in, the more opportunities you have to share the discount, share the business. So that's why you never want to like limit yourself. Don't ever set your bar at like SC6. Like, it should always be 10 or higher, so that you have a pool of people to help, obviously, but also to grow your business with those discount coaches and potential working coaches, because you never know who's going to catch the fever, right, of coaching and just love what we're doing and want to jump on board. So that's my tip, is don't discount coaches.
Sorry. One thing that I do is, remember, like, don't be afraid to ask for referrals. So like, I will, approach some of my challengers and say, hey, do you have 2 or 3 friends that might be interested in doing this with you? And if they do, that's when I know, all right, hey, why don't you just sign up to be a coach? They can sign up under you. You get your product paid for the month, whatever the case may be. And then that's, showing them, this is how easy it can be. You ask your friends, do you want to do this with me? And then you're slowly grooming them to become a coach. So that would help, boost getting, them to Emerald faster as well. And I also like to send out my challengers little messages too, just saying something like, hey, I don't say this to everyone, but I want you to coach with me. I think you'd be amazing. I just read what you posted in the group and I was like, yep, she'd be a rock star. And that always opens up a conversation with them to ask for more or see what they have to do. And then it just goes into showing them and explaining to them that, this is what I do as a coach. I run these challenge groups. You see how easy it is. Like, this is all you have to do. So it's just converting those challengers over to coaches and just showing them the little coaching behaviors of what it takes to be a coach. So those are 2 things that I do. Don't be afraid to ask for referrals, and just reach out to your challengers who are killing it in the group, and then just grooming them with these little coaching behaviors.
Yes. Okay. And so Amethyst, I know you're working out. If you want to hop on, just unmute yourself. Okay. But also, are you ready? Do you want to say something?
Yeah, sorry. I'm in the middle of my breath. But yeah, all great, super great tips. And this is, something that I'm still growing into. So yeah, I love what Jess said. Just offer the discount, and let people be blessed, and just see it like as a double blessing, because you get blessed, right, as you're building your organization, and you're blessing somebody with a discount. Like, I love to save money. I signed up with a discount the day I started. So, and then also just don't give up on your dream people, because I told my coach, I will never, 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 never coach. So just keep your dream team list and keep going back to them and loving on them.
All right. So do you guys have any questions about that before we move on a little bit? Anybody? No. Okay. So this thing, let me just say that I tell my team all the time, content is king. Yes, I know that we are supposed to be talking to people. We're supposed to be inviting. I'm dying to know what you're painting, Jessica. You have to tell me at the end of this call. But I tell my team that content is king. If we're not talking about coaching, then people don't know we're looking for people, right? So we talked about how to find challengers, how important Success Club is, how important it is to talk to them, to create those behaviors, to offer the discount, all that stuff. But guys, there's a whole world of people out there who can benefit from what we do as coaches. And so this document, honestly, I've been a coach for 4 years, and this document about a year ago kind of changed my life. Because I would always watch like Melanie Mitro post about coaching, or somebody else. That's another problem. Don't follow too many coaches, create your own story, write your own story. But I would always see them post about things. And I'm like, I don't even know where to start. Like, I don't even know where to start. But this is a start. This is a perfect start. This can give you something to talk about every single day as a coach. And like every 4 days, post a call to action. Do you want some more information about what I do as a coach? Would you be interested in joining my team? Do you have some health and fitness goals that you want to reach with other people? could you earn an extra $500 a month? You know, like what would you do with an extra $500 a month? Like just get creative and just start coming up with your own ways to talk about coaching and tell your story, and don't be shy about it. So here's the thing that I think about inviting people to coaching. If we're posting about it, if we're being genuine, if we're not like, I'm looking for 500 women to join my team so I can make $1 billion. But if we're like, this is how my life has changed since coaching. My check today paid for this. You know, like I just helped a mom pay for her car payment. Like if we're being genuine and we're telling the real stuff, the real daily impact that it has on our lives and on the lives of the people that we get to work with, people will want to know more. Okay. So if we're putting that out there in posts or in stories and people are watching those posts, you can see who's watching those stories. I mean, and if they are liking your post, then that is a wide open door for you to send someone a message and say, hey, thanks for the love on my story or my post. I hope it inspired you. Are you interested in learning more about what I do as a coach? Like, boom, plain and simple. They initiated something by either following you, liking you, or watching your story. And then it's just like a conversation. We don't have to be intimidated just by having a conversation with someone about what we do, right? And I tell you too, like I was that girl for the first 2 years when people asked me what I did, you know, like if they didn't know me and they were, oh, I'm a teacher. That's what I did because I did that for 4 years. I was coaching too. I'm a teacher. I never said anything about coaching. But now when people ask me, I'm like, oh, I'm a health and fitness coach. And some people are like, what? And then, you know, some people are like, really? And it's an open door. So we have to get excited. We have to get bold. We have to dig deep. And if you have trouble coming up with something to say about coaching, sit down with your upline coach and say, help me write my story. Like, help me write my coaching story. And once you write it in a Google Doc or whatever it is, and for me personally, I forget. Now, today, I forget that we live paycheck to paycheck, that we bounce checks. Like, I forget that, you know, like I woke up tired every single day because I had these 2 little kids running around me. I forget that I didn't have this fun, exciting tribe of women to do this life with. And so it's important to sit down and write out who you were, how your life has changed, what attracted you to coaching, what fears did you have, how have you overcome them, and also to recognize other people. An easy way to talk about coaching is to recognize your challengers and your team. Super, super simple. And so like I try to do that almost every day in stories, okay, for sure. So those are just some of my tips. Content is king. If we're not putting it out there, then we don't have a conversation starter with most people. So make sure that you are talking about coaching and that you know what your story is. Not mine, not Jess's, not Amethyst, but what is your story? Because that's what people are going to be attracted to, just like on the fitness side of it. All right. Does anybody want to add to that?
I like to tell my coaches, you know, make a list of all the things that you love about coaching and just go off of that. And you don't have to like overcomplicate it. Like keep it the accountability from being a coach. You know, being a coach has, you know, allowed me to, I don't know, stay more accountable to my fitness goals. Just something simple like that. Because people need that. People need like that extra accountability. You know, is it the community? Is it the fitness programs? Is it the, you know, the paychecks? And you can word it in a way that's not saying like, I earned $500 this week. You can earn it as like, you know, I covered my groceries this week. You know how many people could benefit from just that every single week and how many people would relate to that. So just make a list of all the things that you love about coaching, and then you can create posts off of that. And it will relate to people, and you know, it'll get people watching you and seeing what it is that you're doing. And then, like Rachel said, when they start to comment or they like your post, it's an easy way to engage in a conversation. And I like to just simply say, thank you for the love on my post. I always appreciate your support, whatever the post was about. You know, I didn't know if this, I didn't want to miss you in case you were interested in hearing more about this coaching opportunity. Very simple, very straight and to the point. And either way, like it will engage in a conversation with them. So, you know, don't overcomplicate the coaching posts or the coaching stories. Just talk about the things that you love about it. I know for me, like it's a matter of just loving my job. I've hated every single job in my entire life. And this is the only job that I wake up excited to do. And you know how many other people are waking up every single day, hating their job, hating going through the motions every day? Like this is like everything that I've ever wanted. So I'm going to keep sharing about that because this makes me happy. And, you know, just continuing to share that and just keeping it simple and just talking about the little things that you love. I think it's an easy way to engage in conversations, putting it out there without saying like, hey, I'm looking for 150 people to join my team, something like that. So just be relatable, just keep it simple, make a list of all the things that you love, and then just kind of run with it.
And you know, too, somebody said, and I think we're kind of all still there, but where you're at in your business right now is totally relatable. It is totally relatable. $75 for a pair of shoes for your kids, or $150 for groceries one week. Like, that's relatable. Do you know how many people could benefit from $300 to $500 a month? I mean, like, and I mean, me personally, we're doing great, and I have been able to leave my full-time teaching job, but still, even the amount of money that I earn is relatable. Like, I'm not making millions of dollars a year, but you know, like, so don't be afraid to talk about those small wins or those even bigger wins, you know, because they could help somebody. We're in the business of serving other people. And if we're so afraid to invite people to serve with us, then we don't get that opportunity. And so that is really important. We have something every week this month for you guys to invite to. There's a sneak peek right now. You can still be putting people into that. Next Thursday night, we are hosting what we're going to call a meet and greet. And so a few of us will lead it, and we'll give you guys the opportunity to speak on that call. If you invite somebody, I encourage you to speak, because when they see you as the leader, that makes them want to join your team even more. And it's not like you have to speak about how we earn money or anything like that. Just say, hey, I'm a coach. I've been a coach this long. These are my goals. This is what I love about it. And I'm looking for people to join my team because of this, right? So that's all we want from you guys. So if you guys want to speak on that call next Thursday night, definitely do. But we'll be inviting to that. It'll be next Thursday night at 7:30 Central Standard Time, so 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that's the next thing. But keep putting people into the sneak peek. It's still going. And, you know, just keep following up with people, and daily, show people how you work your business. Daily talk about coaching. Every couple of, I say every few days, make a call to action post about coaching. And then just be bold about what you're doing here. I'll take a picture. We can post it. You can put it in your stories and talk about coaching through this call. Those of you that got on, kudos to you. Like, this is going to be a big deal for you to show people that, you know, you took a break in your day, 15 minutes to work your business. Like, people can understand that more than they can understand a power hour or something like that, right? So that's all I got. Does anybody else, any of our other leaders, have anything to add to that?
I just want to share one of my favorite tips that I picked up from another leader in this organization. When we talk about how easy it is to start a conversation, I would be the person on the other side of this call saying that is not easy. And so one of the tips was that when somebody likes or comments on any of your posts or is watching your story, it's basically like them giving you eye contact. Mm-hmm. And it would be rude of you not to return the eye contact, right? If you have kids, you train your kids. Hey, you know, this mom is looking at you. Look at her in the eyes and say hi. And in the same way, to just look at it that way, that it would be rude of us not to respond to that person's effort and eye contact, because they may be liking because they're too nervous to comment, you know. And just like Mackenzie said, always just say, hey, you know, not sure if you're just extending the love or if you're interested at all. And I've had that this week where people came back and just said, thank you so much for your message. You made my day. And I thought, what if I had given in to the fear, you know, of not returning that eye contact, that she had glanced at me. So didn't come from she didn't turn out to be a customer this week, but who knows what will happen in the future. So just kind of keep that mindset. Someone is giving you eye contact, and it would only be respectful for you to give them that back.
Definitely. I tell my team it's called social media. People are coming to be social. So let's be social. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that eye contact. Okay. Anybody else? No? All right. Well, let's take a picture and I'll post it in the group and you guys can share it yourself. Okay. All right. Everybody smile. All right. Got it. All right, you guys, go get them. We are here however you need us, and post that daily, Diamond Daily tonight. All right. I'll post mine. Bye.